Good evening. What's going on, anybody in the chat? Because I get situated here. There we go. Welcome to the chat. It's January 8th. Y'all come in and hang out with your boys. I celebrate. Homegrown, I see you. Welcome to the chat. Appreciate it. A year that flew by. What's going on? Who else we got in here? East Berlin. What's happening? I believe East Berlin was probably my first subscriber. Crimson Nails. Good to see you. Appreciate it, Tamika. Appreciate it. Thanks, everybody. 1 year. And time flies, they say, when you having fun. So let's talk about it. The highs and the lows. Give people a few more minutes to come in. Just say what's up. Tamika, it's been good. You know, you to me, are you a Perry, are you a content creator? Do you do YouTube or you just watch YouTube? Because I'm gonna have to. The reason why I ask is I'm gonna explain it differently. If you're a content creator, then you already know kind of how this thing go. Put a 5 in the chat if my audio is good. Somebody put a 5 in the chat. Let me know that y'all can hear me. Appreciate it, Neil. Berlin said yes. You was there with me from the beginning. I thought you was. You got your questions ready. Just okay. Okay, good. I just watched for now and debating whether I want to start a channel. Yeah, so Tamika, YouTube, you know how people say life be lifing? YouTube be YouTubing. I mean, it's fun. It's fun. It's definitely fun. And I would say if you're even thinking about it, I would say you should do it. Just know that it do come with, as I said in the title, ebbs and flows and highs and lows. And if you're comfortable, as long as you're comfortable with that, and everybody's journey will be different. But they say no two snowflakes are alike. That's the same as YouTube. Everybody's journey will be different. I actually was fortunate enough to start out quickly. 2 weeks in, I was already set up to be monetized and had 1,000 subscribers based on one video. But as good as that may sound, it comes with other things. People sign up, right, for that video that I gave, 3 things that I learned after being married for 20 years and divorced, where you got a lot of people that felt that energy and felt that passion for that video, but that don't necessarily mean that they're gonna watch all of your content. So that gave me a lot of subscribers, but you still gotta build a channel. So that's what I mean when I say the highs and lows and the ebbs and the flows. But if you're thinking about it, I would definitely say you should do it because the journey is fun, regardless. The journey is fun. While we wait, or while we just chilling, does anybody have any questions for me as we celebrate my 1 year anniversary? Actually, today is the day, so it's actually January 8th of 2025 is when I started. I made my first video. I uploaded my first video. What you mean you don't know where to start? Do you I guess because it's different. Like, like me, I talk and just give information. Other people, like Nail, she does decoration. Zoe, he does like skits and little things. Some people just go live. Tamika, what kind of idea you think you want for your channel? Or is that what you mean where you don't know where to start? But you gotta have some idea though. I know you got some idea of what when you see yourself on screen, what are you doing when you see yourself on the screen on YouTube? Yeah, my son convinced me. Most of y'all know the story, but I'm glad he did. East Berlin, you said you had questions. Anybody? Y'all chat it up with me now, y'all. We ain't gonna be on here too long. Y'all don't have to come in here and be quiet. Nell said, "Have you noticed that the hype option is not available on some of your videos?" No, I have not, but I'm not surprised. Because again, that's the highs and the lows. And I don't even know what the hype function. I think when they emailed it, they said this was going to be an opportunity for YouTube to kind of get an idea, like the fans, the subscribers, the viewers get a chance to hype it up and let YouTube know that the people really enjoyed your videos. Who knows? I mean, they're not doing everything for our benefit. I know that. So Homegrown said, when you started, did you have any expectations? And if so, have you met them or it? When I started Homegrown, I didn't have any expectations. I just knew, like when I started in January, I said I'm going to go to March and see how I feel about it. And then, I mean, it didn't matter where it was at in March. I just gauged it 3 months. And then I said I'm going to do it, go from March to June and then look at it. And then from June for the rest of the year, then look at it. So that was my concentration going in. I was going to do 3 months, 3 months, and then 6 months, and then gauge it. So by the time I got to the first 3 months, like I said, what most people come on YouTube to do, which is to get the 1,000 subscribers and the 4,000 watch hours, I had that in like 35 days or something. So I was riding that high by the third month. So I didn't really have, I guess to answer your question, I didn't know what to expect, but I knew. But once I joined, I needed to get 1,000 subscribers. So yes, I met it pretty quick. Berlin said, "What is one relationship belief you had to unlearn?" Uh, what is one relationship belief I had to unlearn? Let me think about that one. Niece, what's happening? Good evening. Good evening, good evening, good evening. I got you, Berlin. Let me meditate on that. Good to see you, niece. We just sitting here celebrating 1 year, 1 year ago today. And you've been rocking with the channel for a while, niece. I appreciate that. Yeah, you've been rocking with the channel for a long time. Neil said, I don't know how the hype thing works either. I just noticed that sometimes it's available and sometimes it's not. Do you think it correlates to flag videos? Yeah, I would say it probably either correlates to flag videos or videos that they know they're not gonna market too much. If they know that the the branding, the commercials are not gonna be that high on those videos because of the marketing aspect of it, then they probably don't care to hype it. Just a business move. Like the one I did about critiquing, black folks, we don't want nobody to critique us. We don't critique ourselves. That's not something that they're gonna. That's why they flag that video because they know advertisers are not gonna really want to touch that kind of video. So it makes sense if that video don't have a hype function. Appreciate that, niece. Appreciate that. Thank you. Tamika said, I want to start a journey of the renovation of my granny's home into my nonprofit organization business honor of my mother. Then let my channel take off from there. Okay. Yeah. There you go. So you kind of do know where you want to start, right? I mean, just like your first video might just be because it ain't got to be that long. You might just be telling people what you want to do and maybe show the renovations that just a real quick overview of what you got going on. And that's actually a channel that I think will get a lot of attention because a lot of people like to see homes and different things like that renovate. I mean, I watch that. I watch on my own. I watch renovations and different things like that. So I think that'll be a good one. Berlin, I didn't forget you. I'm still thinking. I got you. What is one relationship belief I had to unlearn? I'm thinking I'm going back into when I was married. That's what I'm trying to do. When I was married and something that I had to unlearn. Um, yeah. Being married for 20 years or dating someone for 5, 10 years, you're gonna learn a lot. And there's a lot of stuff you're gonna have to unlearn. But what is one relationship belief? Hmm. I'll tell you one thing, I'm not gonna say I had to unlearn it, but everybody's definition of love is not the same. I had to realize that. Everybody's definition of love and what that looks like to them and their expectations of it from you is not the same. Like I said before, to a man, he may say, I love my wife or I love my woman because I go to work every day and pay all the bills. And she may see love as you spend time with me and you share what's on your mind, and I don't have to sit in the dark and wonder what you're thinking about because you're open with me. So I realize that love has a different definition for everyone. And you need to find that out pretty early what it looks like if you're dealing with somebody. Berlin said, Tamika, that sounds interesting. You should do it. Absolutely. Absolutely. And Tamika, guess what? There are channels. I watch a guy periodically that when he started YouTube 3 years ago, I think it was 3 months before somebody even watched his video, 3 whole months and not one view. And you'll probably have, I mean, just for me watching, Berlina probably watched, the people that's on this channel, Nee says she watched renovation. You'll have, I mean, at least five first time you drop one. So yeah, nails. Oh yeah, nails are definitely watch. And she's good. She's very supportive. So you got people that'll watch out the gate. How YouTube works to me is very simple. Like if you use your phone, you just hit the plus at the bottom, hit record, upload it to YouTube. I mean, there's a little more to it, but you just follow. Just follow the setup. It ain't difficult. Trust me. You just record your video, set you up a channel, do all that stuff, record your video. I promise you, it's nothing to it. Hardest part is getting in front of that camera for most people. I would say they say public speaking is one of the scariest things that people are afraid of. So the hardest part is just getting in front of that camera. And Berlin, hopefully that answers your question. I mean, I know I kind of answered it sideways, but I just realized everybody's love look different. What has been the most rewarding parts of being on YouTube for you? You guys, no lie, you got people all over the world, all over, especially in the United States, commenting on your videos, telling me they appreciate what I said, emailing me for advice. Now you guys coming to my live, laughing and giggling and cutting up. That's rewarding. Because I'm something like I'm not really an introvert. I kind of pick and choose. If somebody was to see me, they'd probably say he's more introvert. But I like to socialize with people too. So this kind of interaction is very rewarding to me. And I like to help people. It doesn't matter what it is. Kids, relationship, husband and wife relationship, job relationship. I like to help people in real life. People actually do come to me for with situations. So this is not just what I do on YouTube. Berlin said, has running this channel changed how you see relationships? Being on social media definitely has. Being on social media definitely has. Yes, being on social media and seeing the kind of people that's out there with all the ideas of the modern society has definitely made me realize that most people are probably not ready. Most people are probably not ready. Of course, that's from a social media point of view, because they're going to show all the bad parts. But from a social media point of view, it definitely has made me see most people are probably not ready. To be so young, niece 48, that's young? I guess so. I guess so. Appreciate that though. You're probably like, y'all crazy. Yeah, but yeah, I can imagine you have seen her. Yeah, facts. 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 I have. I have. And even in my real life, I mean, I got friends of mine that's in some weird situations even right now. And then I'm a people watcher. I watch patterns, I watch behavior. So that's how I come up with the things that I come up with for my channel. Um, because I just watch people and patterns. When you see something happen over and over again, you can kind of tell what the outcome will probably be. But yeah, I saw Nell said she'll be the first to sub. I'll be the second. I'll be the second. Tamika, if you start your channel, yeah, niece, you do. You do. I mean, I'm the type I could go sit at the airport and watch people get off the plane and watch how they greet one another in the baggage area, and I'd be like, that ain't his wife. That's his. That's his mistress. I can tell by how they hug one another. That ain't his wife. That ain't her man. I just be making stuff up, right? I don't know. I just be watching. But I could sit there all day long if I had some some chicken wings, a little Coca Cola, a little something. I sit there all day long. Homegrown said, "What would you say are your top 3 videos in this last year that you've done and why?" I mean, if we're going by numbers, it's the 3 things that I learned after being married for 20 years and divorced, because that took a great chunk of my life, 20 years. And then you have kids together, so that's a great chunk. So that delivery was very passionate for me, very vulnerable. That kind of delivery. I remember one of the dudes in the comments said, "This dude's about to cry." I said, "I wish I would have." Yeah, I guess he thought, I was the type of dude that would run from crying. But that tells me he ain't never been slapped in the face. That's why those kind of comments don't bother me. Men that talk like that, they ain't never really been slapped in the face. So they feel like they whatever. They the ones they mom screamed at and they urinated all over themselves when they was kids. Because you go over their house after school and everything smells like pee. I see through them. But that's one homegrown. And then anything I do I can't think of, like I just upload and go, but any videos that I do about race, culture, I think I did a video. What was because it was talking about Black lives must matter to Black people. That's one that I'm passionate about, because if we're not careful, we do a lot of destruction to one another, but we like to blame other people while we take one another out. So anytime I'm talking like that, that's gonna be a good video for me. And then the video that I dropped today about the young man that wished death upon all those that was in the military. I mean, obviously I'm passionate about that. My whole life has been surrounded with military. And I know the sacrifices that I have made and would have made for my country. So for him to make a statement like that, I found it to be downright disrespectful. And you probably, if you watched the video, you would have seen it come out in my passion. Tamika said you're very observant, and Neil said, yeah, you like to watch people. Facts, facts. Yeah, people are funny. I like to sit back and just guess what's going on. Berlin said, in future relationship, what would matter more to you than it used to? That we actually enjoy one another's company. I have dated people after I was divorced that was attractive, but I didn't really enjoy their company. Now, I mean, that's on me. That's not on them, right? I'm just saying, going forward, I have to be able to enjoy. I want to be around you. That's people. Like I said, I've dated people. You know, you be around them 2 days. I'm like, can I see you tomorrow? I'm like, nah. I holler at you. I ain't say it like that because you don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. But in my mind, I'm like, I need a break, really. So in the future, I would make sure I date someone that I enjoy being around. Maybe you always need some space, but if I start getting a feeling I can do 3, 4 days and not talk to you and not see you, I ain't doing that no more. You welcome homegrown. I guess that will be my three. I mean, if I saw my whole list, I might have a whole nother three. But I'm just scanning my passion points. Military, obviously. Race, obviously. Passionate about religion. I hate false preachers. I just hate fake people. You see me talk about Dr. Umar. I probably get passionate. To me, I think he likes white women. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I mean, like I said, my brother's married to a white woman. I'm just saying, don't act like you the king of Uganda in in your secret space. Anyway, I ain't gonna get on there. Jamaica said you go to the same spot to record your videos that way all the time. Most of the time, yeah, because I know I'm gonna take my break. So that's why you're gonna see me in the same spot. On certain days, I know when I'm taking my break. So, I might be in the woods one day or in a big parking lot one day, but I'm always taking my break at the same spot. And I have to do it now at work. That's why I'm not in my car as much because of the daylight savings time. But on the weekends, I get in my car and, do a couple. And I like making them in smaller spaces. That's why you don't see me making them like here in my home or whatever. I like to be in I don't know, if I'm speaking to a camera, I like my space to be closed in than just speaking like now I'm in a big room. I mean, I'll do it for a live, but I'd rather be like in a closet if that makes sense. And yeah, liking someone, yeah, and wanting to be around them, exactly. Very important. Very important. Nee said I got that nonchalant humor. I appreciate that. Yeah, if most people, if you can catch it, some people don't understand my humor. If you can catch it, yeah. Kind of it is what it is type. Sarcastic. I have a very sarcastic style of humor. But I'm glad y'all are I appreciate y'all rocking with me. YouTube got me. YouTube and see I did a video months ago on the true meaning of Uncle Tom and they flagged it. And whenever they flag, at least for me, whenever they flag my videos, it takes about 2 months before they actually start pushing my videos again. So all of my impressions will be low. So when I did the one thing last week or 2 weeks ago on critiquing our sales, they flagged it. Now I have the option not to upload it. So I can save myself whatever the pain or whatever you want to call it and just don't upload it. But I upload it anyway. And then so now if you look at a lot of my views and different things, you're gonna see that my impressions not gonna be high. Some of my views are not gonna be high. And it'll probably be that way for like 2 months. I guess, and then they'll watch, and if they don't flag nothing else, they say he learned his lesson, and then they'll let a video, go hit a couple thousand. We'll play the little game. Yeah, I upload it anyway, niece, because I came on not knowing what to expect. Like a lot of people come on, they want to get rich and be like Mr. Beast. You know, every video you drop, you making thousands of dollars. I didn't come on with such expectations. I work for a living, been working since I was 17 or 16, really, but well, 14 because I started bagging groceries, but cutting grass. Yeah, that at the end of the day, and I got a video, and I think it's scheduled to drop tomorrow morning. Yeah, at the end of the day, you really make pennies on a video, and I mean literally pennies for the thought process and the meditation. Unless you're dropping a video and every video you getting like 5,000, 6,000 views every video, yeah, you're not. They're not paying too many bills. So I tell people, make sure you do it as a hobby, and then if it turns into something else, great. But just you gotta do it as a hobby. Neil said you crack me up with your humor. I appreciate that. Good. The Bible says laughter is like a medicine. So hopefully that effect works. My favorite old school ride, Tamika, I'm assuming you mean a vehicle, like a vehicle. Is that what you mean, Perry? You talking about a car? Cause you gonna get me going now, man. Tamika, you know I just had a '74 Nova that burnt up the summer of '24. Did you know that? Have you? I had a '74 Nova, all black, sitting on rims, about 550 horses, cammed up, chopping at the stoplight. Yeah, yeah. Carburetor backfired on me. I was gonna drive it to work on a Monday, and I hadn't drove it in a while, so I took it out on a Sunday evening. Down my apartment, there's a little Dollar General that I go to just to pick up, little power a Red Bull or something. So when I made a turn into the parking lot, I smelled gas. So I didn't want to park in the front because people gonna come around, want to look at the car, they gonna want to talk. So I didn't want to do that. So I drove to the back of Dollar General and lifted the hood to see what the gas smell was. And what had happened was the carburetor had backfired, and it was just spitting gas right on top of the engine. I mean, I saw the gas jumping out and hitting the top of the engine. Then I saw the fire spark. So one thing that I learned is never drive an old school without a fire extinguisher, and I didn't have one. So all I could do was call the fire department and watch the whole thing burn to the ground, pretty much. '74 Nova only had two gears to it because it was a drag race car. So you didn't go no more than 55 miles an hour, 50 miles an hour, about the fastest you want to go. But you take off in first gear, it's just nothing but torque. I could lift the front end just about off the ground. You hit it right. Nothing but torque. Woo, honey. Mm, 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 mm. Yeah, Neil, the fire chief said, "Man, you seem to be in good spirits. Most men would have been crying." He said, "I've seen men cry for less than this." But I told him if the good Lord allow me to live, I'll get another one. I'll get another one. I mean, I wanted to, but nah, nah. Wow. Mm. Tamika said, "No idea that I seen your videos and noticed you drive old school vehicles. I like old school vehicles as well." Yeah, so you probably I got a couple cars, but the oldest one I got now is a 1990 Crown Vic LTD. So I do videos in there every once in a while, but yeah, I got a 1990 Crown Vic LTD. It used to have 22s on it, but it made it ride rough. So now it's got original tires back on there with white walls. And yeah, that's my baby. That's my baby right there. It ain't no problem to me. You say you sorry to hear that. Yeah, that's the way it go. It taught me a lot. Number one, you can have an old school, have a fire extinguisher. Number two, if you're gonna have an old school like that, be ready to dump a lot of money into keeping it maintained or just keep it in the garage. And I'm not one to keep cars in garages. So that's the thing. I don't even know if I would ever go get another one. The question was, what's my favorite old school car? It would be a '69 Camaro. You know, the one with the lights, the light covers, it go up, not like the not like the Miami Vice type, not that type, but this was they got like the plastic covers that move out the way when you turn your headlights on. That joke was tough. That joke was tough. Niece said, "Oh wow, praise God, you are safe. I'm sorry that happened to your vehicle." Yeah, niece. Thank the Lord. But I tell you what, niece, if you ever, I don't know if you play the lottery, but if you ever win, if you play and win, just keep me in mind now. Keep me in mind. Just like I said, '69 Camaro, 60 something Chevelle. Novas are nice. A true SS Nova, souped up, ready to go. Like 80 something Regal. Yeah. Neil said that's a nice car. We had. Where's Neil? How you had? Where's it at? What you mean you had? Please don't tell me y'all sold it, and please don't tell me y'all wrecked it. So we got 6 people in the chat. Okay. Your dad sold it. Ugh. Boy, I tell you. I know you hated that. Tamika, you said you like old school cars. Do you drive old school cars? You just like them? I know you was, Nails. I know you was. What year, niece? I've owned 4 Mustangs. What year you talking about? No, I've owned three. I've owned three. I had a 2010 4.6, a 2015 5.0 with the trap package, and a 2019 the Bullet, the green Bullet. What year Mustang niece you want to get? Yeah, I had the green. I had the green Bullet. It was nice. Yeah, that was a nice car. It was a nice car, and I want to be very specific. It was a nice car because the color, that paint job is very nice. The Bullet itself is not that fast, and I thought that it was, but I wanted one so bad I just went ahead and got it. But my 2015 was actually faster than my 19 Bullet. Tamika said you drive a '82 Chevy pickup, short bed, pinstripe. Okay. What's that? Blue and white, Tamika? Blue and white? What colors you going with there? I see it. Nell said she got a '66 Mustang that's being restored, or more accurately was being restored. The restoration is on hold at the moment. Okay. '66 Mustang. Yes. What color, Nails? Yeah, the paint on that is nice. That thing get clean. Mm, it's nice. And you can set the like before you turn your car off, you can set the settings to where when you start your car, like if you're in a quiet neighborhood, then the muffler, the baffles will be closed out, so you won't be able to hear. I mean, or you can set it where it's wide open, but you can actually set those where when you start it, you don't even hear like the loud sound. On midnight blue nails, okay, yes. On that Mustang, I can see it. Yeah, I can see that. White and black pinstripes, okay, on the 82. Yeah, you gotta keep that. Don't get rid of that. Short bed too. Yeah, yeah, you gotta keep that. The dude that cuts my hair, he has one. I think he got an 84. Yeah, his is an 84. He got it from his dad. All these old school car lovers. Me says she like to go to car shows, old school rides. Most definitely. I watch I used to, not so much lately, but I used to be on Netflix. They got they had a lot of shows that show like the old school rides. I'm sure they still do. It's just been I haven't been on that side of YouTube in a long time or Netflix. But yeah, I like the old school stuff. It's just costly, man. It's costly. Parts be hard to find. People don't work in them kind of cars no more, even though it's simple. They know they're dealing with a classic. Mm. Perry said, "Yes, it is. Thank you. I don't be wanting to drive as much being a lady. You better drive that thing. Yeah, you better drive that." Nee says she'll be at the Detroit Auto Show next week. I do like newer vehicles here and there. It depends. My 8-year-old son is a mechanic. He works on the cars. Okay, so you good to go. Yeah, you good to go. Yeah, that's the trick there. If you can get them, you got a mechanic that you trust and know what they doing. They can work on cars. That's where it's at. I know about cars, but I'm not a mechanic. I do know, like I can pretty much tell like what's wrong with it, but I'm not a mechanic to get in there and fix. Who we messing up in here? Who we haven't heard from in a while? Where did Berlin? You still in here? And who else we missing? Homegrown. I ain't homegrown. Shit, I told y'all last time. Homegrown to come on here and then go do somebody here. But I appreciate the support. She definitely supports the channel. Well, I'm not gonna hold you all too long. Anybody got any? I'll take one more question before I get off of here. I'm trying to be on here too long when I go live. The next time I go live, it'll be about 2 weeks. In about 2 weeks, I'm gonna do. I got a topic. I got a topic that's been on my mind. We'll discuss that. Yeah, homegrown. I said you'll come on and go do hair. You'll go do somebody. You'll be doing your neighbor's hair. But I'm glad that you show up. So ain't no hate. Ain't no hate for me. Make that money. Neil said, did you see my comment on your first video this morning? Actually, I did not, Nils. I haven't been in there. Or something going on with it? Niece said, all right, Professor X, everyone get ready for bed, work in the morning. Y'all have a wonderful night. Appreciate it. Oh, I appreciate you, niece. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Be safe. Be safe and have a good Friday tomorrow. Thanks for stopping by. And take your mess with you. As you leave, take your mess with you. You think about more questions. Do I enjoy the single life? Uh when you've been married for 20 years, I'm more cut out to be a husband. So, I have friends, or at least I say husband, at least in a dedicated relationship. I got friends of mine that are married, and they say, "Man, we were single like you. We be running, doing this and that, different that." But that's not. Nah, that's not. Say the advantage nails. It was there this morning and going this afternoon. Again, the ebbs and flows probably of YouTube. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what the comments say. You normally don't leave nothing too crazy, but I mean, YouTube knows that you comment to most of my videos. So it may disappear today, and then in 3 weeks they may put it back, and then I may see it if for some reason I go to that video, I may see it 3 weeks from now. It's crazy. Is there a loud topic you want to do one day, and if so, sneak peek on the title for just for us? Yeah, the next time I go live in 2 weeks, I'm gonna do one on. Do I believe that I wrote it down? Anyway, we're gonna be talking about racism in America. So and where and do I believe, or how do I feel? How do you all feel? If it'll ever go anywhere, and where this stuff stems from? And I got kind of a funny. I mean, it's serious, but it's at the same time it's kind of have a twist to it. When you know your worth, you know your worth. Yeah, I've never been one to just run away. Like being single don't mean to me whatever mean to, I guess, to most men. Like I don't go to the club. I went to the club one time when I turned 40. The guys took me and paid a stripper to get in my face. And on my kids, the stripper looked at them and said, "Look at him," talking about me. "Look at him. He don't even want me to." I said, "I'll pay you not to dance." I gave her $20 not to dance with me. But see, most guys that are single, they probably like, "Man, I go to strip club, man, I do this, I do that." I gave her 20 not to dance. We walked in, she talking about, I'm sorry, I'm the only dancer tonight. The other one called in sick. And my mom, I'm thinking, I don't care how many, I ain't want to be here anyway. She talking about, give me a minute, let me go change my outfit. Get out of here. Give me a minute, let me go change my outfit. I'm like, girl, you take your time. You take your time. I'm here. I'm here because they asked me to come on out for you. Nels, your comment said you enjoy my sarcastic humor and great video. Yeah, I haven't looked at any comments yet. I haven't responded to none, but I do notice that sometimes I won't see a video, I mean a comment until like I said weeks later, and then I'm like, wow, what was this at before? But it's their platform, it's the game they choose to play. I just keep making I done made up my mind when they play the games they playing now. That's why I think today and yesterday I put out two videos. That Monday I'll probably do two videos. Like it's y'all platform. I'll just make more videos. So like I said, that's the maturity needed in most men. Yeah. I grew up. I mean, I didn't yeah, I didn't it was never just throwing hard earned money to somebody for false arousal has never been my thing. Mel says so it shouldn't have been deleted by YouTube. YouTube definitely yeah, they be playing games. They be playing games. They'll hold it and then release it later, and because they probably figure I won't see it unless I actually go look at the video, which most people don't go back and look at their videos weeks later, right? So why would I? Unless somebody commented again, so they know what they're doing. Just like taking the hype button away. If a subscriber comments on the video but I can't see it, then that means I can't respond to it. So it looks like even the subscribers are not watching the video. So I see what they're doing. Tamika said, thanks, I feel that way about money. I know that's right. Even though I won $20 last night playing Lucky for Life. Yeah, I won. I actually, in the last week, I won about $30. So I spent about six and won 30. Yeah, I won 20 last night on Lucky for Life. But we've been on here. Appreciate y'all for coming. We've been on here 52 minutes. Tomorrow's Friday. I'm gonna let y'all get out of here. I thank y'all for stopping by and rocking with me. One day, hopefully, we come on here and just have about 1,000 people in the chat. I don't mind. We rock with four. We rock with 1,000. But I think for real, all y'all who support me, Tamika, the comments, the nice words, the affirmations, I appreciate it. I promise you, I do. You guys are the reason why I do this. Even in the low moments where I'm like, man, YouTube be wilding. Y'all leave a comment. Professor X this, Professor X that keeps me going, so I appreciate it. You're welcome, Tamika. Have a good Friday. And y'all be blessed. I'm out of here. Be good.